Let's talk about body planes and body positions. So the various planes and positions relative to the human body. Let's get started. Okay, first we're going to cover body positions. All right, so in anatomical position. So here we have little Lego person who is standing in anatomical position. What does anatomical position mean? It means your body is erect, upright. You are standing up. Your face is anterior, facing forward. Your palms are anterior. So when you're standing up, your palms need to be facing in the same direction as your face. Palms are anterior. Your arms are at your side, so they're not above your head, they're not off to the side, they're not hooked behind you, nothing. Your arms are at your side. Your legs are close together, so you're not, don't have your legs very far apart. Your feet are parallel, so the feet like this, not out like this, not in like this. Your feet are parallel. And your toes are anterior, so the toes are pointing forward like your face, like your palms. Supine means lying down. I remember it like this, up. Your face is up. It is supine. Supine, face up. Prone is lying face down. Face down. So prone, face is down. Okay, you ready? Now let's look at body planes. First, let's look at the transverse or horizontal plane. So what the transverse or horizontal plane means is that it's going to divide the body into superior, something above, and inferior below. So in this little Lego person, a transverse plane would go like this, dividing into a superior part and an inferior part. Not necessarily right in the middle. It could be up here. It could be down here. Okay, just dividing into a top half and a bottom half, a superior and an inferior. It's also called a cross section when we're not talking about anatomy. Here is transverse and horizontal sections of the brain. So that is what it would look like. Now let's talk about the frontal or coronal plane. This is going to divide the body into anterior and posterior part. That means separate the front from the back. Like if you could take the front of you and peel it away from the back. So if we're talking about this Lego person, I got to look from a side view. So it would go like this. Okay. And here is a coronal or frontal plane slices of the brain. So you can see the difference when we're talking about slicing. So we separate front from back, anterior from posterior. And then we have the sagittal plane. So the sagittal plane is going to divide the body into left and right parts. Okay. So if here we have our Lego person is going to go like this. Divide into left and right. It does not have to be right in the middle. We're going to talk about that. So sagittal like this, again, splitting into left and right parts, okay? We can have mid-sagittal. That goes right down the midline. This is the only plane that will divide you into symmetrical halves. But we could have a sagittal over here or all the way over here. And that would be parasagittal. So mid-sagittal is the one that divides into equal parts, and then parasagittal is anything else. Any other sagittal plane that's not mid-sagittal. So here we have it all together. We have what? Transverse, sagittal, coronal. And then we do have an oblique plane where it divides the body on a diagonal. We rarely use this because it's less precise. Like, what's the angle? Is it up? Is it down? It's hard to be precise. And so why is it important to use anatomical position? You're going to be answering this question in class, so think about it, but here are some ideas. It's going to provide a common position as we reference anatomical language. So which right, which left? It's never a question. We always assume the body we're talking about is in anatomical position. Always, 100% of the time. There you go.